Hi guys, this is T-Gaza in Roblox Studio. I thought I should update you on my camera and telly system, where I've actually made a proper model for my telly, as you can see. I've even made a GUI on-off switch, which we can actually turn on now. It would help if I do that first. Let's do that. There we go. How many times have I done that now? Anyway, so yeah, I've actually made it to look like a proper telly, as you can see. And this camera is actually transmitting to the telly wirelessly, as I had it before. But this time, I've got the camera telly system on a frequency and range system. Yeah, this camera's got a zoom. Let's zoom in. Zoom out. So yeah, let's actually move this camera out of range, and the telly should reflect this. It should say no signal, which it does. There we go. Let's move it back into range again. Yeah, so the reason why I've done this is so then we can have multiple cameras or multiple tellies on different frequencies, different channels if you like. So we can have a security system if you want. We can have multiple screens, multiple cameras. Let's actually show you that. So we start the game, duplicate this camera. I won't duplicate the telly because it will create a hell of a lot of lag. I've got to work out a way of reducing that lag. Anyway, let's run the game. Let's actually change the other camera frequency. At the moment I haven't made any human interface thing. It's all hard coded at the moment through these values. Right, so 450 and what was the other frequency? 495. Right, okay, let's turn this telly on and let's flip between the two. So it should be on that one first. There we go. Let's actually put this one around the other side of the bus, like so, and change the range so it's not out of range of the telly. Let's say 200. And what was that frequency? 450. Right. Let's change the telly frequency. 450. And ting. Let's move that camera. That's the one. Yep, there we go. We got that camera. Let's change the frequency to 495 back to the other one. And there we go. Yeah, so I wanted a way of actually having multiple tellies or multiple cameras in the same game. So you didn't have to have one, you can have multiple if you wanted to. So yeah, I thought I'd update you guys on that. And I can show you quickly on the telly code and of course the camera code. It's a bit messy, but oh, I didn't use that. Ignore that function. That's something that I pulled from the internet and never used. So whatever. Yeah, so basically the telly looks for any cameras inside its controllers group, which is these two cameras. And those numbers are basically an ID system for my cameras, which is set up in here. There we go. Z9842 is the ID for this camera, and we should see that in that controllers. There we go. Z9842. So it's basically just a way of two-way communication between the two. If you have a look at here, my base object is basically this camera's telling the TV what its base is, which is set to that brick there. which is basically the thing that it's looking through. So yeah, and of course the camera script is where the IDPN code comes from, which is identification personal number. It's kind of like a barcode. It's different, but it's different for every single camera, and that's where it sets the base object. This thing here is basically when there's no pixels in the actual screen itself. Like we got here, we got a base plate at the back, and it's set to bright blue. I've actually cheated there, where I couldn't see the actual sky, so, but I sort of got as close to the colour as I could. I think that's pastel blue or something. And actually done that instead of looking for the sky itself. I think it looks alright. The only time it will actually fail is when we change the time of day, which are still yet to code in yet. Like, let's put it to 0. There we go. According to the camera, it's still daytime. So yeah, I've got to work out a way of doing that. That's room for improvement, as I say. So where was I? Oh yes, talking about the IDPN number. Yeah, so the camera talks to the telly, inserts its own little tag into the telly, and then the telly just looks up that index and finds through the system group of the camera, which is this, and then it got access to all of these. If you wanted to, I don't know why you want the telly to have the zoom level, but still, it's in there. And basically, all the telly's doing is just being a host to the camera. In the way the camera's a power supply, it actually changes the pixels of the telly, of the screen. Where this code here is basically what does it. Set pixels, which is that, and that. And of course it's running on a raycast system, which is the reason why when we have two tellies, one, the camera that the telly's looking at, like say this one, we get the normal, as you would expect, the feedback, and if we duplicate the TV and then point the camera at this telly, it will have that feedback, but the other telly won't. So let's have a look. I'm getting rather laggy now. Yeah, there we go. I just put it in the middle. Can you see that? If I can get in, there we go. This telly for this one is got the feedback. This one's just blank, and the same on the other one. It's because I haven't quite coded that part into it yet. It's because there's a glass brick in front of the pixels, or the bricks that I'm using as pixels. So as you can see, just basically just bricks in the in an area making up the scene. Anyway, I hope I've hopefully I haven't blown your minds, sort of thing. And I can't speak tonight. I've literally done this this talk through thing about 6 to 7 times, and things keep on going wrong. Anyway, it looks like I may make that that game that I was talking about in my 200 subscriber, the 5 Nights at Freddy's, might become a reality very soon. So anyway, this has been T-Gaza in Roblox Studio, and talking about my camera system, and I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope I haven't been too boring.